Stand in Pompeii on the morning of August 24th, 79 AD, and nothing seems unusual. The baker is preparing bread. Merchants are opening their shops. Children are running through the streets. By tomorrow, almost all of it will be gone. What follows is the story of the final 24 hours of a city that had no idea it was living its last day. The sun rises over the Bay of Naples. Golden light spills across tiled rooftops. Fishing boats drift gently in the harbor. The streets of Pompeii begin to awaken as they have thousands of times before. To its citizens, this is just another summer day in one of the wealthiest cities of the Roman Empire. The city is alive with trade, conversation, and ambition. Fresh bread is pulled from ovens. Wealthy aristocrats discuss business in shaded courtyards. Slaves sweep the floors of luxurious villas decorated with colorful frescoes. Above them all stands Mount Vesuvius, quiet, still, almost forgotten. For centuries, the mountain has blended into the landscape so completely that few remember it as a volcano at all. But deep beneath the earth, pressure is building. And before the next sunrise, Pompeii will become one of history's most famous tragedies. Pompeii is not a remote settlement waiting to be discovered. It is a prosperous Roman city. Around 20,000 people live here. Its streets are paved with stone. Public fountains provide water. Markets overflow with imported goods from across the Mediterranean. As the day begins, the city buzzes with activity. Vendors arrange baskets of olives, figs, and grapes. Donkeys pull carts through narrow streets. Citizens wrapped in light tunics move between temples, workshops, and bathhouses. The smell of fresh bread fills the air. In one bakery, workers grind grain while ovens glow with intense heat. Nearby, a wealthy family enjoys breakfast beneath painted walls depicting gods, heroes, and scenes from mythology. Life feels secure, yet subtle warnings have been appearing for years. Small earthquakes have shaken the region repeatedly. Some buildings still show cracks from a devastating quake 17 years earlier. But earthquakes are common here. People have learned to live with them. Most dismiss them as little more than an inconvenience. No one realizes these tremors are connected to something far more dangerous. As midday approaches, the atmosphere begins to change. The air feels strange. Birds become restless. Animals behave unpredictably. Then, sometime around noon, the mountain explodes. A deafening roar tears across the sky. Citizens look up in confusion. Above Vesuvius rises an enormous column of ash and gas. It climbs higher and higher, thousands of feet into the atmosphere. Roman writer Pliny the Younger later describes it as resembling a giant pine tree, its trunk rising upward before spreading into a vast canopy. For the people of Pompeii, it is unlike anything they have ever seen. The sky begins to darken. Ash starts falling from above. At first, it seems harmless, a curiosity. Many citizens gather outside to watch. Some point toward the mountain. Others pray. Many simply stare in disbelief. No one understands that this is only the beginning. Hour after hour, the eruption intensifies. The falling ash becomes thicker. Roofs begin collecting dangerous amounts of volcanic debris. The once bright city grows darker. Torches are lit during what should be daylight. Panic slowly spreads. Families rush home. People gather valuables. Coins, jewelry, documents, anything they can carry. The streets become crowded with citizens attempting to leave. Some flee immediately. Others hesitate. Many believe the disaster will soon pass. That single decision will determine life or death. As evening approaches, Pompeii looks unrecognizable. The city is buried beneath layers of ash. Visibility shrinks. Breathing becomes difficult. Every gust of wind carries particles that sting the eyes and throat. Yet even now, many residents remain trapped inside homes, hoping the danger will end. They have no idea that the most lethal phase has not yet arrived. Darkness consumes Pompeii. not ordinary darkness, a darkness so complete that people cannot see their own hands. Lightning flashes inside the volcanic cloud overhead. The mountain produces its own terrifying storm. Thunder echoes through the night. Buildings tremble. Children cry. Families cling together. Across the city, desperate decisions are being made. Some attempt escape through streets buried in ash. Others barricade themselves indoors. A few seek refuge in public buildings. Many pray to the gods. The city that once echoed with commerce and laughter is now filled with fear. Every hour, roofs collapse beneath increasing weight. Walls crack. Roads disappear. Still, the eruption continues, relentless, unstoppable, and beneath the volcanic column, a far deadlier threat is gathering. Shortly before dawn, conditions become catastrophic. The eruption column begins collapsing. Massive waves of superheated gas, ash, and rock race down the slopes of Vesuvius. These are pyroclastic flows. They move with terrifying speed. Entire landscapes vanish beneath them. The first surge reaches nearby settlements. Then comes Pompeii. Within moments, temperatures rise to extreme levels. The city is overwhelmed. Those who remained behind have almost no chance of survival. Streets disappear beneath burning ash. Buildings vanish into darkness. The vibrant city that existed yesterday is erased. Not gradually, not over years, but within hours. An entire world ends before sunrise. The baker's oven, the merchant's stall, the nobleman's villa, the crowded marketplace, all frozen beneath volcanic debris. As centuries pass, Pompeii disappears. Fields cover the ruins. New generations forget the city ever existed. The exact location becomes uncertain. Legends survive. Memories fade. Beneath the ground, however, Pompeii remains untouched. Homes stand where they stood. Paintings remain on walls. Everyday objects lie exactly where they were abandoned. It is as though time itself stopped. Then, nearly 17 centuries later, excavations begin. Archaeologists uncover streets, buildings, and astonishingly preserved artifacts. The city emerges from its volcanic tomb. For the first time, humanity can see a Roman city almost exactly as it existed in 79 AD. Not through myths, not through imagination, but through reality preserved in ash. What makes Pompeii extraordinary is not merely its destruction, it is its preservation. Rarely does history offer such an intimate window into the past. Here we find graffiti written on walls, political advertisements, food stalls, gardens, bedrooms, workshops, the details of ordinary life. The city reveals how people lived, worked, argued, celebrated, and dreamed. Not emperors, not generals, ordinary citizens. Their final day became one of history's greatest archaeological discoveries. And through their tragedy, an ancient world speaks directly to us across nearly 2,000 years. Today, millions visit Pompeii each year. They walk the same streets, stand beneath the same sky, and gaze toward the same mountain. Vesuvius still rises above the Bay of Naples, a reminder that nature can reshape history in a single day. Pompeii's story is not simply about destruction, it is about how fragile civilization can be, how ordinary moments can become historic moments, and how entire worlds can vanish while life seems perfectly normal. Yet despite the ash, the darkness, and the catastrophe, Pompeii never truly disappeared. It survived in silence, waiting to tell its story again. If you enjoyed this journey into the ancient world, consider subscribing for more cinematic historical reconstructions, and let us know in the comments.